Hey everybody, welcome back to Horseradish and Honey. Thank you as always for coming to my channel and supporting me. I really appreciate that. This episode we're going to go through the garden again. We are in mid-July and since my last garden tour video, the garden has completely taken off. So I wanted to show you guys this like mid-season growth that we're having and kind of what I'm doing to maintain where I'm at, working full-time still and trying to manage this mini homestead on my own. So stay tuned for this video and I hope that it's exciting. I'm excited about the garden that's growing. It is the biggest garden I've ever had. So here we go.
Emma's laughing at the ducks in a row. Molly's chasing chickens through the muddy grove. Lucy's got flour on her freckled nose. We're a long way from where that old highway goes. Horseradish and honey on a chip plate. Spicy sweet, just like the life we made.
All right, so we are on our way out to the garden. I'm gonna be watering as well while we're doing this. And I know it's kind of midday, don't hate me. I just don't want to do it this evening. I don't have water, like irrigation set up yet, and so it takes me forever to water, and this is the next best thing. So, as I don't want to get wet over there, let's start over here. We'll start with the pumpkin patch, guys. The one that, if you remember in was it a video or a short that I did a while back, I got some pumpkin seeds on sale at the end of the season last season. And it was like, I don't know, half a pound of pumpkin seeds, but they were only like a 60% germination rate. So I went ahead and got them and was gonna let the girls just plant them and throw them out on an area that I rototilled and just kind of see what happened. And I think it's more than 60%. Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can. There we go. So can you guys see all of these pumpkins here? So I had thought maybe I would thin them out, but now I'm starting to think that I just don't think I have the time to do that, and I kind of just want to see what happens when they go wild. You might hear some gunshots in the background. Somebody across the field way over there is practicing shooting, I'm assuming, or something, so just ignore that. So yes, this is my squash. I have Howden pumpkins right here, so the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, and then these ones, I cannot remember what they were called, but they're basically like the smaller princess pumpkins, and so we will see how those grow. Let me take you guys a little bit closer so you can see what's really going on. Okay, so I have some small pumpkins starting here, and you can see my chickens have gotten it. So that's a little unfortunate. Hopefully it'll still grow and that'll be something minor once it's bigger. I've got my artichoke plant right here. And you can see I've got a couple artichokes on here. I didn't realize artichokes gave you fruit the first year. And so I'm pretty excited about this. I love artichokes, guys. And yes, I'm one of those that like eats the leaves, dips them in mayonnaise. It's delicious. Here's a bigger pumpkin. So I've got a couple big ones. And down in here. Ow, gosh, these plants are sharp. The little stems are very prickly. I should have brought gloves. Okay, guys, so this to me makes me think that something is sleeping here. And it's not gonna be my animals. Ugh. Is that what you guys think? I mean, that's what it definitely looks like to me. It's like something heavy enough to compress down these pumpkins had itself a little nap here. And I do not like it. Maybe I should find that guy that's shooting over there. And we have coyotes, excuse me. We have coyotes around here. Dang, that's kind of a big situation. Have you guys seen that before with chickens doing that? Or ducks? I don't think so. And I don't think that they get all the way in here. That's definitely something bigger, I think. How big the hole is. Probably really shouldn't be saying that, but it's like still in here. Here is my corn. It's actually doing a lot better than I thought. It had a very low, not low, very slow start, and it was very fragile at first. I kept having, like, my chickens kept walking through it and the dog kept running through it and like knocking them over, and so we lost quite a bit of corn. And in hindsight, I should have spread them out more. But anyways, this is what it is, and I'm pretty excited about it. I have yellow corn in here and glass gem corn, which is pretty much just like a decorative corn, or you can use it for like popping corn, but I thought it was really cool. This is very fall-like to me, so I love this. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer. You can see I put 4 rows. You have to have 4 rows of corn for it to pollinate, I was told. You know what I'm also learning is that you have to have more bees around. I don't have enough pollinators in my yard, I'm finding. I'm seeing more and more as things are starting to bloom, but... So yeah, that's my corn. I'm pretty excited about it. No actual, like, ears of corn that I'm seeing yet. I think this is my biggest one over here. Let's see. This is my biggest one. Yeah. Nothing yet, but it's got definitely a couple leads coming off of it. I don't even know if you call them leads, but yeah, it's my corn. My other squash area. So I have more pumpkins, of course, lots of Howden pumpkins on the right over there. I'll get closer and show you some of those. And then I've got lots of spaghetti squash. I've got a zucchini plant. I've got one gourd plant that's still really trying. It's the gourds did not do well here, but I have one plant I think that's trying. And then I'm pretty sure this is like a volunteer zucchini plant because I don't remember planting zucchini, but it's doing really good too. And then way over here, I have my lonely sunflower that has made it. So let's get closer and take a look. Okay, so this is, if you guys remember my hand pollination video that I made, because I was not seeing enough bees and a lot of my flower buds were with like the female flower buds were dying off and the fruit wasn't growing. So I hand pollinated a couple over here, and I am proud to say that this pumpkin right here was conceived because of my hand pollination. And so this one is near and dear to my heart. So this one will be a personal pumpkin that I keep, but it's doing pretty good. It's got one kind of scratch through it. And then, excuse me, and then back here, you can see I've got, like, here's one more spaghetti squash that you can see. And I've got a couple other bigger ones, just like the hand pollination one. I don't think I hand pollinated this one. So, but the chickens, again, have taken chunks. So I've got to be better about keeping them out. As I say that and I leave the gate open. I don't know if you can see over there, the gates. So yeah, and then I've got, let's go over, oh, there's a bee right there. Hey, little buddy. Here's the sunflower. So it's pretty big. It's just now got its little baby sunflower starting to come through, and I've got another smaller one right next to it. So if you remember me talking before, I had planted like, I don't know, 20 sunflowers or something, and none of them grew. This one is growing really well, and I didn't even plant it here, so it must have been brought over by a bird. But either way, I love it. All right, so you can see here I've got my Brussels sprout plant. This one is a smaller one, and it's flowering a little bit. I think it's just because it's being shaded out by the other that it's kind of just given up. But this one is doing very well. And like this one over here, so one of them has Brussels sprouts on the stem of it and one of them does not. And I don't have any rhyme or reason as to why one would and the other one wouldn't. Let me see if I can get you guys closer and you can actually see. I also didn't think that Brussels sprouts did this the first year, but I guess they do. Maybe they're, I don't know. You guys see the Brussels sprouts in there? Oh, it's getting water on me. Yeah, so I got some Brussels in there. One of this one's actually pretty big. I don't even know when you pull a Brussels sprout off. Can I pull this off? Oh, I think I got it. What? It's a Brussels sprout. So I love Brussels sprouts. My kids, of course, not so much. Again, sometimes if you dip it in mayonnaise, everything's good. But yeah, that is probably too premature. But it's cute, right? So a little Brussels sprout, so that's exciting. And next, let's see. I just got loads of pumpkins and stuff. So you've already seen all the pumpkins. Let's go over to like the carrots and green beans and stuff, and I'll show you what's going on over there. Okay, just got hit by the sprinkler. It's one of those games where you set the sprinkler down and then you have to like outrun it. Oh, too old. All right, so let's start with, what did I say, carrots? All right, make sure you guys can kind of see this. Can you see the carrots okay? All right, so I've got, I think last time I couldn't figure out the names of these. I've got Denver and Nantes carrots in here. And I honestly don't remember which one's which. One is supposed to be like your regular standard like kitchen carrot, like long and sliceable. And then the other one is supposed to be a shorter carrot, but like way more flavor. And so it's something that you would use in like stews and stuff. So I'm gonna pull one from each side and see if we can tell the difference here. Okay. Well, I think the side closest to me is gonna be, I don't know, look. They're like exactly the same. Maybe I could tell if I tasted it. Tastes like a carrot. Pretty good though. Carrots that you get, that you grow yourself, they're like way more flavorful than carrots you get in the store. I want to taste a little bit more like dirt. I can't tell the difference, but either way, I'm excited to have carrots. I'll be able to go give these to the bunnies, and the bunnies love the carrot tops too. So as the kids love to come out here and pick carrots and give them to the rabbits. So as we're growing them, it's fun for them to come and do this. And then I don't have to buy carrots, right? They're just growing here. And then as I'm like thinning them out to get bigger carrots for us to be able to use, I can give them to the animals. The chickens like them. So it's kind of a win-win, but carrots do really well for me in this flower bed. I wasn't so sure when I started with like rototilling the ground and stuff, the soil, like it has to be good drainable soil, and I wasn't confident enough in what we have here in the ground to do like root vegetables in it. So yeah, so carrots did great in this flower bed. Next time I'll probably do twice as many and maybe succession sow some, because they're kind of all gonna mature at the same time, and then I just have a bunch of carrots. So, but yeah, pretty good. Okay, this I wanted to show you guys because I'm pretty sure in my last garden video I talked about the green bean, what is it? Beanstalk, green bean, that's not even a green bean, just a beanstalk that Molly brought home from school a couple years ago, and I had found the seeds in my seed like collection box, and I wish I had a better trellis for this, because this would probably be 12 feet high if I didn't have this wrapping around. It is just wrapping around itself so much trying to get higher, and I don't have a trellis big enough, so I'm pretty bummed about that. I used all the seeds that I had left that she gave me from her school, so it was a pretty cool little project. She's proud of it. She comes out and checks on it. She's a little bored with it now because it's just not going any higher, and that I will take full credit for. So that was a pretty cool little thing we added in the garden that got the kids involved. Got some more squash right here, spaghetti squash and pumpkin. And then I will have to tell you guys, I have these, which I've researched. It says that they are tomatillos. Right here, there's one. No, maybe not. or ground cherries with these like pink and black flowers. Are not open right now, so it's hard to see. Cheers, excuse me. You see that? Yeah, so, and I didn't plant these, so I don't know how they really came about, but I have them kind of sprinkled throughout the garden, so I don't know if somehow it was in the soil that I used or if birds brought them. Yeah, but they're sprinkled pretty much everywhere. Here are my pickling cucumbers. Let me see, can you, there we go. And they're vining all around. I put probably way too many in here, but yeah, they definitely are growing. I haven't seen any little jerkins yet. I just keep trying to trellis them up. Like I come back here and I'm trying to weave them in and out of this cattle panel to try and get them to go up. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I got the wrong variety to vine up, but I feel like they're not really wanting to vine. I feel like they want to go on the ground. So I might have gotten a variety I shouldn't have, but either way, we're gonna try it. These are pokey too. Yeah, so these are all the cucumbers. One of the things that's finally starting to happen is my flowers are starting to do something, finally. Let me turn this around. Barely, I mean, I'm so behind on the flowers. I think these are my zinnias, I think. And then these little guys, I don't even know. Something frilly over here. Here is my first set of green beans that I did. And they are about done, I think. I'm still getting some off. These were the ones, if you remember I was talking, were like super curly. I started these in February, guys, when I didn't realize that that's not something that you do here in Washington. But so I've got a good amount of green beans still kind of on here, but you can tell they're kind of starting to get a little tired. And then, so this is the first succession, and then I did another succession of green beans down the way a little bit, and then I lost my scheduling, but my second round of succession green beans are doing a little bit better. They're in their prime, I would say. So they've got all kinds, and look, see, I forgot. I haven't been harvesting like I should, and this is a huge, huge green bean. So I've got all kinds of green beans on here. Maybe I'll make some of these for dinner because they definitely need to come off. Look, like it's just filled still. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I go to work for a 24-hour and then came home yesterday morning and was too tired. But look, this thing is huge. And I had pretty big hands for a girl. Look. Okay. And then behind it is the peas, the sweet sugar snap peas. And they are about done, I think, with their little harvest. So I just broke this one, but I'm still getting some stuff off of these. And these are good to eat just by themselves with some dipping sauce, or you can saute them up. So yeah, all kinds of beans. Beans do really good here in the Pacific Northwest, I'm learning. So success on there. These are just filled. Here are some of my tomatoes. I've got my marigolds right here that are finally starting to grow. Marigolds took longer to grow than I was thinking. It's like the same with all my flowers, I guess. And then I've got a tomato here that's blushing. So this is always a fun situation. You guys see it right here? Hopefully I can get to that before any bugs do or pests. And then I've got all kinds of like Roma tomatoes here starting. So I'm hoping in the next couple weeks my tomatoes will really start to come along with the cucumbers. So I should be able to do like my salsa and my pickles at the same time. I saw my bell pepper. Where is it? Here it is. I have a bell pepper. See right here? Woo, look at that baby. Small plant. So small, but that's a pretty big bell pepper for that size of plant. And then I've got another one over here. This one of them's red, one of them's green. Oh, sorry guys. One of them's red, one of them's green. But they're starting to finally have some stuff. My jalapenos are still pretty small. The peppers, I'm learning, are not something that's gonna be like your main produce that you're growing here. Oh look, ladybug. Either that or a Japanese beetle or whatever. Either way, those are good to have in your garden. They eat, I think they eat aphids or something. So that is the garden tour. And so everything is doing really well. I've been pretty impressed. I feel like I'm doing okay for my first year here in the Pacific Northwest. I've definitely learned a lot, and so I'm excited to set up the garden for the next season, or for, yeah, like fall and winter stuff. So as I start to get ready for that, I will keep you guys in the loop as to what I'm doing and how I'm preparing. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I appreciate you tuning in to watch. Alexa, pause. I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch and supporting me. Please like and subscribe if this is video content that you like. I do a little bit of, I do homesteading mostly, and then a little bit of nursing too on this channel. So yeah, I appreciate where you guys can support me at, and hopefully it's something that you guys are finding useful and or at least maybe a little entertaining. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you next time.
Emma's laughing at the ducks in a row. Molly's chasing chickens through the muddy grove. Lucy's got fire